Pat, what's next for you? You got any runs planned? You got what's the surely there's something bubbling away in there.
Well, I'm working on trying to get myself fit. I'm not as young as I used to be, and I'm doing a bit of CrossFit at the moment. Do
Yeah.
a lot of work in the gym at the moment. I go to a local gym here, got body movement at Kincumber, and it's like a bit of a grunge gym, like it's like an old garage sort of
Bit Rocky
in
style.
industrial style, but that's what I love about it. It's low key, and you just get in there and you work hard and you hopefully get the results. So I'm doing that at the moment, and the people in there are just incredible people to be around and be with. So I'm doing that, and I feel I'm feeling stronger and better, and so I have got another major run left in me, another big run left in me, and I want to do something epic, but it's hard to come up with something epic when you've run from one end of the earth to the other. You've run around Australia a couple of times. You've run through Lebanon, Jordan, Israel, Palestine. You've run through the deserts. You've run the length of India. Yeah, you've gone through deserts and mountains, and you climbed mountains and done all sorts of different things. It's hard to come up with some, but there is a corner of the world up in Alaska, for a place called Nome in Alaska that is very remote. And, it's almost like the last frontier, going through there and across the Rocky Mountains and making it through from, say, Alaska to New York. So I would love to do a run from Nome, which is right near the Bering Strait, where you can see Russia almost from there.
Wow.
So from Nome to New York, I'd like to do it. It's about 9,000 kilometres. A lot of difficulties along.
Yeah. A lot of trail, right?
Yeah, incredible amount of trail. A lot of mountains, a lot of inhospitable territory and streams and rivers, so the timing of the climate is perfect. You've got to make sure that it's still cold enough that a lot of the streams are frozen so you can get across them, but not so cold that you're going to perish in those conditions. You've got to make sure that it's cold enough that the bears are still hibernating, but still warm enough that you can survive, so you're on the cusp of everything that nature's intended, but you shouldn't be doing, and then what you're trying to achieve at the same time, and then you come out into the sunlight, into a warmer climate as you start to hit the cities and make it on into going from this remoteness of a handful of people in a solitude part of the globe through to one of the biggest cities on the planet, and finishing in a completely chaotic and completely unusual landscape. But that's the city that we know as home these days. Like everybody's used to cars and buildings and internet and all this sort of stuff. My life belongs out there in the wilderness, but to draw the two together is, I think there's something in that. So yeah.
What's your time? A couple of years?
Even sooner than that.
Wow. Well, I don't know how we can help, but I'll do anything I can to help be a part of that or do whatever we got to do, because that sounds bloody awesome in the fact of being so remote to being so, I'll say, alive, in the city, right? And I like what you said before, bloody hard to find something to do when you've